Good morning, everyone. Hi, Patricia, Sunshine. Patricia has a meet up tomorrow. Oh, that's cool. Hi, Danielle. How are you? Saying hello to everyone at the moment. Hi, Edie. Someone's not feeling good. What's happening? Yeah, Reborn meetup, so cool. And Sunshine said thanks for the Reborn children. Okay, just hi to everyone. How you going? Let's get started. Let's get started today. Hope you're all doing really, really well. Thank you all for your thumbs up. That's really, really cool. I thought I should just because a few people have been finding it hard to find the link to the classes. So I don't think I have anyone help me with the links today because, well, as we know, Leslie's in labour. Yay! We need like all these bells and whistles and everything to go off behind us. Yay! A couple of party poppers. I don't know. But yeah, she's in labour and she's really hard to get. She's in the hospital at the moment. She'll be doing an update on YouTube real soon. So just stay tuned for that. That'll be exciting. But yeah, she's doing really, really well. So she normally shares my updates sometimes on a Tuesday, but she can't do it because she's in labour, and Annie doesn't do it on a Tuesday, so I'll just do it myself. How's that sound? Hi, Danielle. It's nice to see you too. All here, yes. Yep. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Az. I'm just gonna call you Az. So you have to go if you want to get ready for the classes. This is my Facebook page. Okay, I know it's back to front, but as you can all pretty much see, it's Miracle Babies Nursery. So that's it, the exact name that I'm on YouTube. Search that up on Facebook. Hi, Annie. Hi, Nana's Reborns. So search that up on Facebook, and of course, you don't press that button. No, you don't press that button. Of course, you will like that page because you like me, so you like the page. Yeah, good. So that page on Facebook, okay? And then you'll scroll down. You'll scroll down until you see, well, that was up there was Leslie's in labour. So until you see this one, I think that might be my GoFundMe. That's to support me if you were wanting to do that. That's not a compulsory thing. It's just a few people have said that they want to help. So anyway, you scroll down and you can see the event there. So it's Reborn Painting with a net. You might be able to even just search that up the top of Facebook. It might come up. It's loading. So there we go, and you just click on there that you're interested or you're going or whatever, and I'll be trying to give you updates as we go. So go to that. There's 30 people interested, so that's going to be really exciting. We're going to have lots of fun there. I'm just going to the top of my page. Oh, maybe at the top of the page it might say events, and you might be able to click on that. But just as long as you get to that page, you should be pretty cool. Hi, Willow. Mwah to Az. Mwah, mwah, mwah. And he said, I'm guessing I don't share tonight. I came in where I thought I heard my name mentioned. Well, you don't normally share on the Tuesdays anyway, remember? You wanted to just do it, well, once a week because you're busy. So it's, yeah, not your day. But Leslie's in labour, so we can't do anything with Leslie. Hi, Bree. Morning. How are you? He said, you can, Annie. She didn't think you were here to do it. No, she normally doesn't do it on a Tuesday. That's her rest day. Apparently, well, she needs a rest day. Well, I think she does her crocheting and just sit back and watches us. So that's good. Something to have a chill out. Willow said, I definitely want a set, please. Yes, definitely. Well, we're going really good with the sets at the moment. It's slow because I have to have finances coming in to buy the things. And it's a bit slow time of the year at the moment. So, but I'm getting there. Brandy, you got the water boiling? Good. And where's Angela? She's got the towels. Angela's got the towels ready. Yeah, no, she doesn't share on Tuesdays. She's just I didn't, I fired you because you kept whinging. You kept saying that you were too busy feeding your cats or dogs or something. So I said, you have a day off. I'm not paying you to do this, so you have a day off and you chill, and then I don't have to worry about what you're doing. I asked you just to do it on the Friday, and I'd appreciate that. And on Tuesday, whoever does it, Leslie does it if she's around. But it's no big deal. Don't worry about it. Ree said, I'm good, just painting. Kiara, taking a break from sculpting today. How have you been? I've been really good, taking a break from sculpting. Your sculpting is so lovely. I really love it. But yeah, I've been good. And he said, Mouse, thank you so much. Marie said, told my husband you told me how to build my stand, so now he has no excuses. Don't you love it when that happens? I've actually told my husband too that he has to make some for me to sell, because obviously not everyone has a husband around, do they? So I've got to get that done. But yeah, I'm glad. No excuses. Brandy said, hi, sunshine. And he said, I'm always busy, but I make time for my... Thank you. Thank you. I'm so appreciative. Sorry. In a way, no, it's all right. Terry said, I think Angela is going to be my baby pool winner. Yeah, it looks like it, doesn't it? I mean, it is the 30th here today, so it's going to definitely be born today. She's definitely very, very close. Like, I really shouldn't even be doing this right now. But I've made a commitment, and she's all right. She's got to help. Her mum's with her, and Marco's with her, and everything's going okay. But she is supposed to be... Leslie, I'm gonna have to give her a whipping, because she's supposed to be releasing that video telling you all what stage she's up to. Let me see. I'm gonna keep... Nope, she hasn't. I'll have to smack her. So anyway, just for you guys who are here anyway, so last we heard she's in hospital. She's had an epidural, so she's just chilling at the moment, which is really naughty of her not to do that video. So she's just chilling. Things are progressing slowly, but they are getting there. Last I heard, she was 5 centimeters dilated, so we're really getting close. She's really excited. We're all really excited. So just stay close to you. You heard it firsthand. Thanks, Bree. Couldn't be bothered with much today, so ponytails it is. And he said, well, if you need something shared, ask away. I'm just settling. No, I don't want to, because you really... No, it's all cool. You just chill. Patricia said, I cannot find it, bugger. Okay. Is that the link to the event or my page? Let me just... I've got a little bit of time today, so I'm going to get on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the sound down on... No, we don't want any relaxation music. I'm not trying to root a baby's hair. Mind you, anyone who is rooting a baby's hair, I highly suggest you put, like, get on YouTube, like I always suggest, and put that relaxation music in the background. It's like the 24-hour. It's got like a nice little scene bubbling away there. Get on that. It's so relaxing, and it actually takes the time away from you. Now, if my computer would just catch up with me. It's pretty slow. Where are we up to? Hi, Vicky. If I didn't say hello to you yet. Sunshine said, I will know next week the status of your reborn pregnancy. That is so good. Okay, now let me just go to let me go home here. Terry said, so do I go by your day or Leslie's day? Well, I asked her that last night. She said it's going to be my day, but I guess it depends for you what's closer. Whoever's had the closest guess, really. Probably go by your day. I guess that depends on if it's still in your day as well. Now, come on. Do the right thing. It would just work. Oh, here we go. We've got some things happening here. I'm going to actually share for you guys everything you need to know, because I can do this. Okay, rightio. Here we are. So watch for me coming. I can smack a prego woman. I can do that. I might smack it out of her. Okay, so let me get to, here we go, where we're at. There we are. I'm going to say something here. Here is the link to my Facebook page. So sorry if I'm missing anything. Kelly said, I'm painting my bean kit, only my second kit. I'm really not liking my own Reborn painting. Don't worry, Kelly, you'll just keep getting better. You'll start to realize, what isn't really working for you. It really will get better. I promise you that one. Now let me just get the link to the event for you all, and then I can get into this painting, all right? I don't know why that has Chinese writing there. Go back and do this the right way. Okay, it's nearly there, guys. Brandy said, make sure you are looking on the right page. She has Aussie Reborn Supplies and 2 Miracle Babies. Yes. So the second Miracle Babies is Miracle Babies Newborn Nursery. That's like my nursery page where I make babies, and that's where I share them. This one, Miracle Babies Nursery, is sort of just dedicated to Mateo, Matilda, and there we go, and whatever I do on YouTube. So I'm just going to share this now. This will be the event, and hopefully you'll be able to get to it. And if you don't, please let me know, and I can send it to your actual messenger. Sunshine said, "Hi, oh my God, Annette, you are hilarious." Am I? I try to be. Hi, Lane. Fantasy Reborn Lover, hi. Hi, Angela. Have you got the towels? We've been waiting for you. We need the towels. Hi, Lisa Joy. Deb said, 3 more payments on my full body Reborn, but don't know when he'll be finished because they take a month off October of social media. That's pretty cool. I'd like to take a month off social media sometimes. But nah, could I miss you guys too much, wouldn't I? You're on the newborn page. Okay, fair enough. So hopefully those 2 links helped you. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that there, myself talking to myself. Weird. Anyway. Gee, I think I might give myself some money. I wonder if I can do that. I'm going to super chat. Imagine that, if I gave myself some money. Yeah, I would go nuts without you too. Don't you worry. Angela's ready and excited. Yes. You can chew on the chairs, Annie. Okay, so let's get started. So I put a little hat on this little guy. Now, we all agreed that we think it's a boy. Okay, so it's a boy. So we're going with a boy. We'll stick with that. So this morning I'm going to first just, I'm going to give him his nails a little bit of colour and put a little bit more colour on his lips. Then I'm going to give it a nice caramel finish tone. And then the nail tips, and then we should be able to lock and load with a matte varnish. So let's hope we get all that in. I'm sure we will. You're almost done collecting your stuff for my class. That is so cool. That's amazing. The colour is gorgeous. Oh, good. I'm glad you like the colour. Edie said, you do have me down for a kit of paints, don't you? I do. I'll be talking to everyone. I'm almost ready. I'm almost ready to put the kits together. It's just Leslie's baby has really sort of knocked the wind out of me and taken a lot of my time. I really truly believe that baby knew when it wanted to be born, it knew how much hair it wanted, and oh my God, it's sort of some things that normally take me really quick haven't. Anyway, so this baby is definitely, yeah, it's coming today. But I have to tell you, and I'm really sorry, but you probably all don't know, you're not going to see this baby. You're not going to see it for about 2 weeks. I'm really sorry. And even the name, she is holding off on everything. She wants to wait for the baby to arrive to her. And then once the baby arrives... Do you have an Afterpay book? Probably. I always steal your Afterpay book. Sorry. So don't be angry. So she wants to wait until the baby arrives to her. Of course, fair enough. And then she is going to do her own video, which she will release, and then you guys will be able to see the video I release. The name, of course, yes, it's going to be announced. It's like going to be announced like the princess. So I really don't know when you're going to see it. The only thing you will see today is probably like the back of the baby. So you might see the hair. So I know yous are all been sitting there and desperately waiting and patiently waiting, but 2 more weeks won't kill you. So anyway, I'm not going to talk to anyone anymore. I've had enough. I'm going to start doing this. I'm going to put the camera down. So if anyone has anything really important to say, I will try to get to you. Okay? Don't be angry at me. I'll try to get to you, but if it's really, really important, please say it back. Okay? All right, so let's get started. Marie said, amazing how a baby comes from a blank canvas to so alive, I know. Patricia said it's Scorpio baby like me. We are stubborn. Oh my God, she is really stubborn. I was working on her eyes yesterday. Oh my God, that baby is so naughty. It was so naughty. I had to like really talk to it and say, come on, we need this done. But yeah. You get me. It's stubborn. Okay. Go down like that, camera. Okay. So like I said, I'm going to just give a bit of colour to the nail beds and the lips a little bit more at the moment. So I'm going to go with more of a richer red. I've got my little testing limb here. So I've got just my red here. I'll put that in the red one, can't I? I think I need a new painting well, but I kind of like this one. I don't know. I get stuck on things. You know me. So I don't really need much because I'm not doing a lot of painting right now. So I'll just do like 2 drops. And then I'll get some blue because I want to richen that red up. Got to give it a shake too. Just make sure everything's nicely mixed. Pop that down. I'm trying to go for like a half a drop here. So I might just do that. Yep. Is that Family Fun Zones here? Hi, how are you? Under Sunshine is just racing ahead of everyone. She's sort of just been listening to what she needs and she's been getting it, or she has already got it. So the list will come to the events page as I get it. I've put one thing on the list at the moment. What did I put on the list? What did I put on the list? I don't even know. Oh, the testing limb. I said testing limb. Obviously optional, but that's what I put it down as. Okay, I'm just going to use this little brush at the moment. So I'm going to mix that up there. Don't forget I'm looking for a nice rich red. Not too rich, but rich enough. You get what I'm saying. That's pretty good. Next, some pinning with that. So I'm going to go equal parts. So I've put in like 3 drops. Sometimes these want to stay on. So I'm going to put 3 drops there. Now, this has... Where's my little thingy bobby? It has a bit of dry on it. There we go. I just put a little bit of, like a rooting needle in this if any stoppages happen. Just wipe off my needle. Very easy. Okay. Seiko's decided to come down and have his breakfast. So just mix that together. Now, of course, we don't want to use straight paint. I'll just show you. If I was to use that colour, even though it's thinned down, it's still going to be way too thick. It really, everything needs to be thinned. So just to show you that. So you can imagine if I put that on the nail beds, it would look ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Morning, Tina. She didn't see me run off with Pepsi Max. Success. I don't have a Pepsi Max today. I'm actually on a little bit of a mission at the moment, which everyone will know about soon. Marisha Boyer? Hi, I know you don't have a lot of time to chat, but want to know how much you sell your babies for. Just curious. Really depends on, you know, what kit we're using, etc., etc. Babies generally start from about $400. That's Australian. It just, like I said, depends on, you know, what I'm doing, basically. I can have a baby as expensive as $1,500, but that would be like a limited edition kit, really hard to get, you know, that kind of thing. So that's pretty rare. So if you can see, I've added the water with it, and you can see that it's already thinned it down, but I'd like it to be a little bit more thinner than that. So this is just water, by the way. Just add a bit more. So just mix it in again. Just like to keep showing you. And I think this is really important for you guys too. I should put paper towel on the, it's a must do, because if you're not, this is my first hit before I go to my testing limb, okay? And it just makes sure that, you know, your paint isn't going to be full on the baby, so to speak. Like even for him, I think he's like a little bit dark. I probably would like him to have been a little bit less, a little bit toned down a bit. But when I come in with the caramel, that might actually do that. So you can never really go on what you're looking at. But see how that's thinner still? Now, if I'll just do this on the testing limb and just pretend that I'm doing, oh, I've got some nails here so I can work on that. Now see how great that is, having that? Get as much of the fluid out of the brush. And I'm just going to go straight on there. So I'll need like a little, I'll get a little bit of cosmetic wedge here. And I just sort of pounce on that. Now look at that. Can you see that? That's perfect. And that's how we want it. We don't want it to be like really full on. I hope you guys can see that really well. You can see that this one has like a nice pink hue to it and these don't have anything. So that is like really perfect. Some people might like it to be a little bit darker. Of course, that's completely up to you. I wouldn't suggest too much darker because you don't want to looking really silly. But you could do a little bit darker towards the end there. Just get your wedge. Just give it a light pounce. And see how that looks. So even that looks nice. It's not like full on. It's still like a translucent look. And as you know, like we have like a graduating color in our nails. We do have the moons, which you can do, and I will show you how to do it. But you don't have to do it on all of them. But we do have normally a graduating color from like a dark red up to a lighter pink. So that's where that kind of look comes in really handy. The darker, then lighter, and then at the top we're going to put the nail. Good morning, Kylie. Just let anyone know who's popped in just now. I'm not answering all messages because I'm just trying to get through what we're doing here. So if it's massively important, yeah.
Someone's ordered 3 kilos of glass beads and 9 plugs.
Yep.
Do I charge them?
Nope, that's all included. Yeah, if you really desperately need to say something, you could do super chat. I'm not asking for money, but I just know that when you do the super chat, that makes your little message come up bold, so I can really see it and know that it's really important. Otherwise, you can always email me later if you've got questions, or when I do come back to talk to you all, you can ask then. Okay, so I'm going to just do the nails first. You could type all caps, but if I'm not looking at the screen at all, I'll be unlikely to see it. But that's a good point. Put that first. Okay. And as long as it's important too, don't type all caps and say you're going to go have a piece of cake, because that will kill me. Okay, so you can see the nails on this. We've got no colour in them at all. So I'm just going to literally paint on them. This doesn't want to stay very well. There we go. And if you get any, sometimes you can get a bit of paint in the crease. Have another, like something sharp brush beside you, so you can just like get any paint out of those creases, because you don't want that. So just paint over all the nails. Just a light pounce. Hope everyone had a good weekend. It seemed that this weekend went so quickly. I wasn't well on the weekend, so I was sort of a little bit not motivated, you could say. So you'll see I'm going back to the first nail. I'm just giving it a little bit of extra colour before I decide to let it go and settle. Dry, I should say. And I should say too that next year when we do have the painting classes, you don't have to be wanting to paint to come and watch. A lot of people I know come here and they're already fantastic artists and they don't need any help, but they just want to come and watch and have some time. So you can see those nails now. Let's do it compared to the other ones. Let's see if I can bend these up. You can see that these ones don't have any paint and these ones have a nice light colour onto them. Oh, you need a kit? Here we go. I can see that. That's the law of attraction there. There we go. That should get you there. Hopefully. That's my website anyway. Doesn't even look like it's sent like a link-wise. Sorry, let me get this. This might be better. This might work better. Oh, what am I doing? Here we go. Oh wow, yeah, the Haley is so big. I did that one time and I've got to say I didn't like it. I just feel like when you're working with the bigger ones, I don't like the detailing as much. Some people swear by them, but that's, how it is with everything, Some people love premies and always only want to do premies. Some people will like the big babies, working with the toddlers and that type of thing. Where will the class take place? It'll be taking place just exactly here. It'll literally be just like we're doing this morning. It'll be every Tuesday morning, my Tuesday morning, a lot of you guys Monday night. And we'll work on the babies together every Tuesday morning until we're completely done. And that's going to start like at the end of January next year. People can work with air dry paints. They can work with heat set paints. I'll sort of accommodate everyone on that sort of angle. It's just the absolute basics pretty much. So don't think you're going to take a class and you're going to be, the best artist on earth or anything like that. We're just doing the basics. Just to get sort of like a lot of people started, basically. And just have a little bit of fun, really. That's what it's really about, isn't it? Just being together and having a bit of fun. So I'm just putting it on the fingernails now. Again, if anyone has just jumped on board, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just sort of painting. So if I see a message pop up, maybe a new person or something, or bold like Annie says, I'll try to get to you. I do have my computer beside me, so that might make it a bit easier for me to see what's going on. And it's also okay to keep going over that sort of section. You don't have to stop and wait to do another layer later. No worries, Misty. Thanks for joining us. If you have any questions, just send me a message. Now there's sort of more colour up to the top of my nails here from where, my other painting has been. So I'm just going to make these a tad darker, just so they stand out a little bit more. Yeah, so Halloween's tomorrow, hey? Everyone's getting ready for dress-ups and stuff. Yes, it seems quieter this year. I don't know. It doesn't seem to me that as many people are really getting on board and celebrating it. The shops even don't seem to have as much stock as they have other years. I think everyone's doing it tough at the moment. In Australia, all our fuel prices have gone up, so it makes things very difficult. You don't do Halloween, Kelly? Don't worry, baby. Reborn said, hi, under sunshine, and it is I'm really hoping to join the painting class in 2019. Starting something new to do on this topic. Oh, that's good. Good on ya. Another thing too is if people are sort of on the fence about it and they really don't know whether they want to join in, the best thing about it is the classes are going to stay there. So it's just like if you miss the class, well, you can come back and do it later in the afternoon, but the classes will be there for months. So you could watch all of the classes and then, why did I use that brush? I used the wrong brush there. You could watch all of the classes and then once they're all finished, you could say, look, I really think I could do this, and you can come back and do it then. I won't be taking the classes down. The only way they'll come down is if for some reason they get removed by YouTube, which doesn't really happen. It used to happen with some of my live streams, but it doesn't anymore. I believe that was happening because all of my thumbnails were the same every week. That's the only thing I could really think it was down to. But even though it was slightly different, they just feel that they didn't like that. Get this brush back. Why did I use it? Anyway, I liked that little tip I had going there. What did I do that for? Had a nice little edgy tip on it. There you go. Now please don't go by the brushes I'm using. Like this is like, I don't know, 50 years old or something. I've used it for years. It's just one of my loves. This one here is an absolute piece of 20-cent crap from the cheap shop. But I had them here once someone brought over some old supplies they just didn't want anymore, and they had a heap of old brushes, and well, I'm not in the ability to go and throw them out. Like, I can still make use of them even though they're not the best brushes to use. But it just goes to show you that you don't always need to have the absolute best quality. If you can't afford it or whatever, you just go to the cheap shop. You can make anything work. I could bloody make a toothpick work if I had to. Okay, so just putting the finishing touches on the nails. Okay, can't order one until January, and you don't know how long it takes to ship to the UK. I guess it depends if you're paying for, like tracking or something. Generally, postage would take about I think it was up to 6 to 8 working days, but it really depends on the postal service at that time. Have you guys in America got Afterpay yet? We have a thing called Afterpay. My website actually has it, where you can like buy now, pay later type thing. So what it means is you say you spent $100, you buy it, you get the order, I automatically pack it up and send it off, and Afterpay takes, like, they cut that into quarters, so you'd pay $25 every 2 weeks until it's paid. And it's really, really great. A lot of my customers in Australia are absolutely adoring it and really going for it, because most of us can't afford a quick $100 on something, but we can afford $25 a fortnight, something like that. But anyway, I've heard that Afterpay is coming, it's going to be worldwide. So I don't know if it's there yet. But yeah, Afterpay is a really great thing. It will be a really great thing, especially once it goes worldwide. No, it's not. It's a whole different thing. It's kind of like, yeah, I don't know. But I know PayPal does something like that for you guys in America. We don't get it, but PayPal does like gives you money or something. I don't know. There are some websites there. I mean, if anyone's interested in the Afterpay, you could always type in on Google, is Afterpay available in America or whatever, or you can go to my website and you can act like you're going to buy something and click on the Afterpay to pay and see if it goes through. If it goes through, that means it's in your area. So I'm going to give the inside of the mouth another paint. Now, why I do that is I'm always keeping the inside of the mouth ahead of the lips. So what that means is, like, I need to keep that inside of the mouth darker, because it's like the hollow in there. It's of course going to be darker. You're not going to be able to, because it's like a hole, like going into a cave. It always looks darker. So that's what I'm doing here. Just putting another coat all inside. Now for that I have my blending brush. And then my small blending brush is on the ground, I think. There it is. Let me get it. Okay. I like my small blending brush better, obviously, for going inside the mouth. So just remember, because it is a nice translucent colour, it won't be hugely obvious, but it will be. Let me assure you, it will happen. It will be happening. You want Sydney so much. Well, the person that said that they were going to buy it hasn't purchased it yet, so he is still going to be up for sale. Okay, so I'm just taking off, oh, you can't really see what I'm doing there, I'm just taking off as much of the paint off the brush as I go, because that sort of takes a little bit of the water out of it. And what I'm going to do, I don't know if I can do this upside down, I'm just going to paint over the lips. Feels weird doing it upside down. Yeah, I love doing lips. I love going with the line of the lips. You know, when you actually see the line? I think that's so pretty. You want a tink, Mateo? Kelly, yeah, he's cute, isn't he? How much? How much? I don't know. Okay. So you can see I'm just going on his bottom lip right there. Just trying to follow that line. And I don't really have to pounce that out. I can keep it at that sort of colour as long as it's not dark. If you feel that you want to sort of blend it a bit more, you can lightly pounce around the edges and that will sort of blend it in a little bit. So I'm going to do that top lip now. So again, just taking out the excess water. Oh yeah, Liam is very cute. So I'm just going to go on those edges. Hopefully you can see sort of what I'm doing. It's just, I'm working back to front obviously, and I don't want to mess that top lip up. I'm going to go up to just before the middle. I'm not going to do the middle. I'm going to leave that so it just appears like a little bit lighter. So sorry, just get this in here. So this on one side. Sorry about the wind blowing behind me, guys. And the magpies outside calling. They'd like a snack. They're not getting one. So like I said, I'm kind of just leaving that part here. I'm not painting it as such. I'm just going to give a little pounce inside. Slight blend. You can just do that really lightly. And I can go over to those edges that I did that are a bit darker and just grab a little bit of the darker paint. See how we're going there. Also, I can put a little bit more into the nose if I want. Just still darkening that up like that, see? What's everyone saying? Yeah, Heidi High is missing tonight. Where is she? Where is our friend? Hopefully she's all right. And big shout out to Heidi Rhodes, who's going through a little bit of a tough time at the moment. Just to let you know that we're thinking about you, Heidi, and we love you. And we're here for you. Everyone's here for you whenever you want to talk. Okay, I think I'm going to sort of leave that there for a moment. It's going fine. It looks a lot better in person than it does in the video, mind you. It looks a little bit on the video like I've smudged the edges or something, but I haven't. Truly. I'll make that lip a bit wider there though, because I can, and I want to. See, I'm just making that a bit wider. So I'll leave that sit for a moment and I'll get the nice caramel ready. So when we go to working with the caramel tone, so I'm going to give the whole kit that nice sort of caramel tone. You can make a caramel tone. You'll give me $5 for Sydney. What? Sydney, I'll give you $5 to sneeze on Mouse when she paints up your nose. That's a good idea. I'd like you giving that $5. I'm joking. Where was I up to? I've totally gone off into another fairyland. Marie said you're going to do the little bubble some have on the top lip. Yeah, that's it. Like a little sort of bubble, just like that lighter part there. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Anyway, Where am I up to? Yeah, the caramel. So you can make the caramel tone with the yellow, blue, and red, mixing them together. But you've obviously got to get the right consistency, and sometimes it can get really frustrating. So I'm going to take the thoughts out of that by using, this one is a burnt sienna. I don't have a name on it yet, so sorry. So this is pretty much a caramel tone, but I'm going to drop a little bit of burnt umber into it just to strengthen it up, more browny instead of yellowy. So we're going to do that now. If anyone's got any questions, you can sort of mention. Annie said, you were mentioning about how if I steal your Pepsi Max, Patricia helps you whack me. Okay, that's fine. Burnt caramel. Yeah, I should call it that, you know, Annie. I should call it that. I should make my own one. Call it that. Ah, come on. Okay. So I'll go to the other side and I'm going to get this burnt sienna. Give that a little bit of a shake still. And I'm going to put like 4 drops in. Okay. My cats are loving it at the moment because the magpies are outside. They're the ones that are making all the noise. And they keep thinking, oh, this is really great. And, you know, making those cackling sounds cats make when they see birds. But they have no chance because if they go outside and try to get one of the magpies, they'll just peck them. So they're quite a strong bird. They don't take much crap. So just 1 of the burnt umber. I was just about to lift this up and show you, but I've got red there. But you can see there. So I'm just going to mix that up. Okay, what do we got here? I might use this one. Just going to mix those 2 together. I still feel like it's a little bit too yellowy, so I'm going to put a little bit more burnt umber. Another drop. Yes, Danielle, it's air dry paint. It's Magical Realism, just new on the market. So just so I can get a little bit more depth in there, I'm going to put some thinning in there. So same quantity, so 6. So equal parts, basically. Nice, so nice. But I think it'll be a little bit not enough. So I'm going to literally add it all again. So 1, 2, 3, 4 of my sienna. Two of my umber. 6 of my, they are barkat birds. They're hanging around because obviously someone's feeding them close by. Okay, that is fantastic. I love it. So I'm just going to add some water now. Fill that well with water. And you pretty much are getting a look at what colour that is now. You can see that it's just a nice caramel. So I'll get my testing limb here. So you can see that's the kind of look we've got. And when I'm actually going to paint it onto the kit, I'll be pouncing it out. So it'll be like I'll be pouncing like that. Okay, let me just, I'm going to rip this edge off because I like that nice ripped edge. Let me just see again. If I paint all over like that, which is what I'll be doing, and then I'll be pouncing it. Okay. It's so light. I'm just working out whether I want to give it a little bit more depth. So I'll show you what colour it looks like on my trusty paper towel. So you can see that there. Just a nice caramel. It's beautiful. Just check if anyone's saying anything. And he's just saying everything. It looks like butterscotch pudding. Yeah, it does actually. You're going to have their air dry paints. That's cool. Looks like my skin tone. It probably does a little bit, doesn't it? Okay, so I'm just still trying to work out whether I just want to stick with that. Or whether I want to make it a bit stronger. No, I think I'm going to stick with it. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to let that one's lips settle a little bit more and go back to the legs. So one of these legs was a little bit redder than the other one because I ran out of, I was running out of the red and it was getting a bit too strong. But that's all right. So I'm literally just going to paint it on. Good to have a pretty good brush with this, but as you can see, I'm still using a trusty daggy old brush. This isn't a good brush at all because it's got some fibres falling away. And then I just pounce it. So pouncing it out, taking any excess colour, but still leaving colour. That's going to annoy me, that brush. Oh, let's check this one. See if I can use this brush. All my best brushes are up in my studio where I do most of my painting. That's all right. So it doesn't need to be brushed on in any particular angle or anything. We're just getting the colour on there and then pouncing it out, which will blend it in. No, these brushes are absolute crap. Sorry, guys. At the end of the day, it's going to work, but it's annoying. Okay, so that's just the top part done. Got some little runaway ones there, so just pounce them. I love this last layer because you don't have to think about it too much, you know, you're just putting the colour on. Now, when all this dries, if I'm not really happy with the colour that it's brought it up to be, I can simply go and do this layer again. Sorry if you can't see exactly what I'm doing. Paint around those feet. Actually, I really hate this brush. Really hate it. I wonder if I could use this yellow. No, don't like that one either. This one, let me see what this one does for me. Yeah, that's a bit better. I like something that's a little bit more stable. It feels like it's together, it's not falling all over the place. Make sure if you get in any of those creases that you have a standby brush, either a blending brush or just like what I was using before, like this type of thing, and get in any creases if there's excess paint. That's one mistake you want to make sure that you clear up. Otherwise it'll pool, and when it dries, it'll just look like, you know, some flesh tone there in the crease or something. It won't look good. Now, as you can see, I'm painting this over the entire kit. Okay, so just before I put it onto this stand, I'll just give it a little glance over. Make sure I've got no pooling paint. No runs, and just put it up on the stand. I don't know if I can show you much of a difference here between the two. Probably not much that you can really tell. But it should just like lightly tone down any redness. You have some brushes coming from Wish. That's great. That's great. Wish has some great brushes, definitely. So I'll try to, if anyone's got any questions, I'll try to answer them now as I'm doing this. So feel free to ask away, because this doesn't take much concentration for me. Okay, Kylie, no worries. Thanks for joining us. A lot of you could also put, if you're getting the magical realism paints as a set or whatever, you might even be able to put it on your Christmas wish list or something, and get a partner to buy it for you, or a friend, or your parents or something. Sometimes, you know, people are looking for Christmas gifts to get people, and it's definitely something we want, isn't it? Danielle asks if air dry is easier than the Genesis. I really do think it is. I mean, basically, you're mixing your colours, you're putting it on, you're letting it dry. You know, when it comes to heat set paints, although it gives a beautiful finish, you know, you have other things to worry about then. You know, you're not just worrying about if you get the paint right. You're getting worried if you've got the temperature right, if you've put it in for long enough, if it's cured, if it's cooled enough to paint. There's all those extra factors you have to think about. Now, my word, like I say, it gives a lovely finish. I love heat set paints. They're beautiful. But the more I work with this magical realism paint, the more I feel like, you know, I want to convert to it. I'm not converting to it as yet, because the babies that I have got on order from people, you know, they're expecting what they're used to seeing, which is my heat set paints. And I don't want to, you know, jump ship for them while they're waiting for a baby and they're looking for a certain look. But any babies that I make that, like, say, aren't on order or something, I'll definitely be using this paint. So, yeah, I feel it's been really great. I'm continuing to learn how to use it. So, you know, there'll always be something that I will do better. But, yeah, I feel as a whole, working as I normally work, it's been very, very good. So there's that one. Now I'll go on to the arms. And he said, only thing on my list is a sibling for Isla and a big hug from Mouse. Aww. And Deb said, air dry is quite process painting. Process painting? Possibly. Do you mean like you have to get it right? What do you mean by that, Deb? Danielle says it sounds good. Kelly said, are you going to use heat set varnish for the finish? No, I'm using an air dry varnish. Because this baby, I'm completely working on air dry, testing everything that I've got and playing with some things. I have got a satin varnish in these air dry paints, but I don't like it as much as I like the heat set satin varnish by Genesis. That's one thing I can admit to. I don't really like it as much. So it won't be my recommendation, but you know what I say. I always say that you should get these things and test them out for yourself and see what you think. Something that I don't like, you might love, you know. There's always someone that's got an opinion, so that's what life's about, I guess. And quick, yes, it is quick. You've got to work with the air dry paints quickly. But, you know, like I said, you know, if you've got a testing limb and you've got your paper towel there, there's no reason that when you're putting the layer of paint on that baby that you should be questioning it all. It should be, you should just know that it's going to work out. You've got no question. You put it on, let it dry. That's my high suggestion, Deb. Like, it can be daunting. People find it scary and that. But if you're using testing limbs, there's nothing to be scared about because you're only going to make that mistake on the testing limb. And if you don't like that finish, I mean, you could wait until it's completely dried. Like, see how that, you can see that flesh color or the caramel color has dried now, and it's nice and it's nice and light. It's not full on. So you can wait till it's completely dry, and you can say, well, do I like this or don't I like it? It's completely up to you. You know, you really hold the reins and you know what you're doing. So I wouldn't be too scared of it. It's scary if you put it straight on and you just expect it to work. One of my cats is trying to sneak out the back door very quietly so it can try to get one of the birds. But the thing is, it's Misha, and Misha's a fatty. She's really slow. She won't make it. She'll start to run and it'll be like she's galloping like a horse. Marie said, can you use heat set varnish on these since the air dry paints? Yes, you can. You definitely can. That's another benefit, that you can work with the both paints if you want. And Kelly said, you still don't want to work too quick. No, you don't want to work too quick. But look, you know, you can see what I'm doing, and I'm doing each limb. I'm satisfied with each limb as I've done it, and I put it on the drying rack, and I'm satisfied that it's done. So the water definitely helps to not allow the paint to set too quick. Like, I've still got some red here, so if I want, after I do all this, I can go back and put a little bit more on his lips if I want. So the outer edges, like all this, that is dry. But yeah, so you can see that. Now, did I do that other arm? I don't think so. Someone might want to tell me that. Kelly said, if you pile on too many coats before it's good and cured, the air dry paints can easily peel off. That's true too. That's definitely true. It is good to make sure that they're dry and sealed or cured. Marie said, heat won't affect the air dry paint since they are using the heat type varnish. Yep. No, that's fine. That is fine. And he said, I painted the Sinead kit with air dry and it looks amazing. I actually like air dry over Genesis heat set paint. So sending my Genesis heat set paint away to another place. Okay. No, not at all. Good, 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 good. Okay, so get some on this one. So yeah, happy how this little guy's turning out. This is definitely dulling down the red tone. It's just giving it a soft, like just calming it down just a little bit. Which is nice. Sunshine said, Marie, I'm not following on what you meant by using heat set type varnish. Can you give an example, please? Marie said, which is more realistic so far, heat set or air dry? Actually, that might be a to be continued. I would always, before Magical Realism, I didn't use much air dry paint. I only used like the Luminaire from time to time. And I would always have said straight up, Genesis Heat Set Paints is the definite one. But after having time with Magical Realism and really working with it, I can definitely see a huge potential. I mean, I'll be honest, I'm not 100% happy with this work. I know it needs to be refined. I know that I can definitely get better with my colouring on it. I'm 100% sure on that. And I truly believe that, yeah, it can look just as realistic as the Genesis Heat Set paints. But like I said, I know that I've got room for improvement working with the air dry myself. Marie said, Annie, like heating up the kit with air dry paints using heat set varnish, yeah, that's fine. Sunshine said, I don't really think you can mix heat set paints with air dry paint. It's different. You can though, you can. As long as, you know, got a clean surface and you can just put it on top of it, it is quite possible. Now, the only way I know this is because the makers of Luminaire paint, I've asked them that question quite a few times, and they said it can be, definitely can be. It's not like you're mixing it, you're putting it on top of something that's already cured and set. So they said it was fine. So, and I have tried it before and I've had good results. So can pretty much say that, yeah, that's fine. But I don't really, there's not really a need to do it, you know. I wouldn't be saying go buy that in heat set and buy that in air dry. I'd be telling you all to try to stick with the one type of paint. But if you've got it at home and you're trying to use it up or something, I can understand that. Okay, Deb, see you later. You're already bonding to him, Annie? I can tell. You're really taken with him. Well, if you've got, Sunshine, if you've got the heat set paints there and you want to use it, you can use it. It's got nothing to do with the heat set or the air dry paints, but if she wants to use it, it's possible. So she's obviously got that colour paint there, that type of paint there, and she wants to know if it's possible. Maybe she's got a kit at home that's already been air dried paint and she'd like to give it a bit of a seal, and she's got that there, and that's fine. So, you know, each to their own what they want to use it for. Marie said, just wondering, didn't think a heat type varnish would work with air dry paint since it has been heated in the oven. Yeah, it will. And, you know, once again, if you're unsure of it, you know, don't go believing my 100% word. Get a testing limb, put some air dry paints on it, you know, cure it, and then put some heat set paints on it, and you'll see how it will work. And then you'll get, you know, your own idea of how it works. That's okay, Sunshine. Kelly said air dry paints can go in the oven. Yes. Okay, so this is working really well. I like it. I like it a lot. No, it's not Annie's. She just wants him. Okay, so just working on the forehead area. Sunshine said, okay, thanks, Annette. Thanks for clarifying. It makes more sense. No worries. And you too, Angela. Okay, now let's get in with this face here. Favorite part. Get in all those little cracks and nostrils and squinchy little face this guy has. Just remember, with a face like this, I might put this up so you can see me working with the face a little bit better. With the little face, you got to make sure that no paint is pooling in those creases. They're very deep creases, and if the paint dries in them, yeah, it'll look gross. So I'm just going to go over the whole face, finish that off, and then go through those creases properly. A little bit in the mouth, just a little bit. Not much, not overdoing that. Wonder how Leslie's labour is progressing. Might have to send her a message, eh? Okay. So I've since covered the whole face, just a little bit of a dab in the mouth, get any excess off. Whoops. Just going through those creases. Make sure we're getting that all out. No pooling. Just any paint that looks like it's sort of sitting on there, unblended. Just lightly pounce on it, not too heavy. Our sponge is, you know, got fluid in it at the moment, so if you press down too heavy, you're just going to be putting more fluid there. So just a light tap. And this is obviously because we're coming to the end of our painting, so. Okay, so there we go. So that's our caramel one, so we can just let that sit there for a few minutes. Sit, boo-boo, sit. Good dog. Okay, so where are we up to with our messages? And he said, Sydney's my favourite kit of mine. The one I have isn't painted nicely enough. It's why I'm in love with him. Oh, that's sweet. Marie said, so hard not to want them all. Oh, it is, isn't it? That's the hardest part about loving Reborns. We want them all. We can't keep them all. Angela says, I like him a lot. I don't want him, but you like him a lot. And he said, anything you need done, Mouse? Pepsi stolen, chair chewed. No, I'm fine. I'm just going to wipe off some of my brushes. Marie said, is he going to be bald or painted hair? I'm going to do painted hair. So we're going to continue working with him, with you guys. Painted hair, and then I'll decide there whether I want to give him any rooted hair. If I do give him any rooted hair, it'll just be a combo, like a little bit of hair onto the top. It won't be anything major, because I've got to now, after Leslie's baby is completed and everything, I've now got to work on, other babies that have been waiting very patiently. Sunshine said, on a way, I'm glad that I'm getting the magical air dry paints from Annette, as financially I can't afford the new wave oven. Too expensive and way off my price range. That's what's stressing me. It is a big stress. It's another stress, because if you think about it, depending on what oven you're getting, your oven's going to cost anywhere between $100 to even $300. I think my oven was about $300. And that adds another price tag to your reborning. When, this way you just have to get the paints, and you're right, you could maybe, not necessarily you, but other people might want to then get a larger size paint or something. So yeah, it is quite good like that. That's all right, Sunshine. Marie said, got my new wave for $25. Yeah, that's cool. That's another thing too. If you are after oven or something, maybe try to get something secondhand. A lot of people are like, oh, don't get it secondhand, the thermostat or whatever could be gone in it. But if you're getting it cheap enough, you get it home and you test it. You get your testing limb, you paint your testing limb, you stick it in there for the correct amount of time, and you see how it goes, Don't go putting in a really expensive kit first up. Tina said, Annette, I'm going to root my second reborn, but she's been sitting waiting as I'm so nervous. Oh, that's so cool. Just make sure you watch lots of YouTube videos. There's so many people out there showing you what to do. Take your time and don't rush it, and you'll be fine. Angela said, awesome, I can learn how to do painted hair. Yep, no worries, you definitely can. Sunshine said, cool, Marie, I had no luck with, is why I'm getting Annette's new paint on. That's fair enough, it's best to get your own set and just, be all set up like that anyway. Terry said, I just found out one of my expectant reborns is almost done. He's just getting final bake and then hair. I didn't expect him until next year. That is so cool. First time reborn said, you can use a convectional oven. They're much cheaper. I've got a convection oven. I love my convection oven. Marie said, getting a heating thermometer if you get secondhand. That's a great idea. Just buy the thermometer. Then that way you can check and test that the heat is consistent. It's okay, Tina. Kelly said, I have COPD. Is that emphysema? And can't use heat set paints. So Annette's paints will be better for me. Sweet. I mean, not sweet that you've got that. That's horrible. I'm really sorry about that. But yeah, sweet. You can buy the paints off me. I'm happy to help you. Sunshine said, true, first time reborn, but you have to make sure the size will fit, as I have one and it's too small. Okay, yes. True, yep. Elena said, I got mine off eBay for $60 and I've had it for 2 years, still working great. That's so good. That's really good. And Angela says hi to Terry. So this baby, still sitting here, I've got to let him sit for probably another 10 or so minutes. Oh. We'll do the nail tips now. I'll probably stay with you. I know a lot of you might have to go to bed. Can understand that. But I'll stay with you. I'll do the nail tips, let them dry, and then I want to get that sealant on it. So let's just see how Leslie's going first. See if she has messaged me. Good on you, Kelly. Good on you. That's the main point. Just enjoy it. Okay, so I'm just messaging Leslie. let's see if by chance she's put up her YouTube video. No, she hasn't. But we can understand that she's in labour after all. I have checked. She should message me back soon. So let's hope she. Oh, here we go. She's just feels super tired. So don't forget she's got an epidural. So she's not feeling the labour pains as such at the moment. Oh, she hasn't got the video up yet. Okay. All right. So let's do the nail tips quickly. Well, not quickly. We can't really rush it. But if you want to stay with me, I'll probably be here for like another 25, 30 minutes getting this done. Okay, she said she's about to do that video. Okay, so with the nail tips, I'm going to work with Flesh 08. Give this a shake. Just let you guys know that because of the different mixtures of paint and everything I'm using, your paint will settle. It will settle, and it'll always need to be mixed. I mean, that's how it is with all paints generally anyway. If you're going to go, put wall paint on, you have to mix it before you put it on. So they always have to be mixed. So I'm just, like I said, using the Flesh 08 here. I'm going to put it just in the centre here. Hang on. I'll bring you forward. Bring you forward. Okay, so I'm just going to use, let's have a think about this. I'm going to use 1, 2 of the Flesh 08. And then I'm going to use, where is it? That's not it. I just got it before. Where? Don't you hate it when something goes missing and you're like, here it is. Over that side, it's white. I'm going to use white. Thanks, Elena. That's so sweet. You're staying, Kelly. Awesome. Baby's Breath Reborn Nursery. So cute. I like that name. Okay, so I put the 2 of the Flesh 08. I'm going to put 3 of the white. Now, do I have a nice little brush down here? Probably not, because I'm a dag. That's all right. I can be a dag. But I'm just going to get something fairly thin here. Just going to mix this together here. So when we want nail tips, we basically want it to be a nice white with a hint. Oops, I've just bled all over the table. See? Blah, 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 blah. That worked well. I didn't need the red. Oh, no, sorry. Just a hint of, so white with a hint of flesh to it, like bringing it to an off-white. So again, I'm going to put just 1 drop of white in. Now, what have I got here? No, I don't want that. No, I don't want that. No, I don't want that. Excuse me for 1 minute. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this is I want it to be a little bit thicker. So I'm going to use thick medium. Add a little bit of thick medium in there. There's a nice little brush I can use. And so just a bit of a scoop, like that, probably half the size of a pea. Mix all that in there. thicken it up. Nice, 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 nice. Okay. Now, don't know what brush I'm going to use because I've left all my brushes upstairs. Anyway, I'm just going to show you how, there's our nail from before. So I'm going to test this now to do a nice little nail. Need good steady hands for this. So that's how we look. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and do all my nails now. Stick that up there so you can have a look at that now. Let's get our first foot. Now, I'm not suggesting this brush, okay? I'd be suggesting something a little bit finer. That's okay, Heidi. Hi, we missed you. We were all asking before where you were. So just go along the top line of the nail. Beautiful. You can see like that there. And if you want to do that little moon thing, now's the time to do it. You just do like a little arch on the bottom of the nail. And you can get something like a little cosmetics wedge and just pounce on top of it just to take a little bit of the colour out. So it's more like that. Okay. So I'm going to just continue doing these nails. So mind me, talk amongst yourselves. It's really good when you're doing nails to have like a guide, as in like steady your hand on something. See how I've got my one hand here, everything's steady. So all I'm really moving is that one hand. Use your own fingernails or a felting needle or something to pick up any edges that are going too far. And, you know, if you need them, a good set of like magnifying glasses or something. Even light, even good light on it helps. Which I could get. See, that's much better. That's super duper much better. Come in close. Once again, I can't state enough how I'm not using a really proper brush for this at the moment. I can get away with it because I do have really steady hands. But if you don't have steady hands, you really need something that's much finer. I'm only going to put that moon on the big toe there. I could do it on all toes if I wanted, but I don't want to. Okay, so that's my first set of nails there. Very easy. A lot of people say they can't stand nails, they just can't get it right. But they're not too bad. You know, they're not, it's like one of those things I think a lot of us overthink, you know. It just takes a steady hand and the right colour, the right paint, the right consistency. And I'll do the moon on this side too. Cover that paint in it. I've lost my wedge. Must be this one. Like I said, if you don't have any great nails to use, you can just get your felty needle and just remove any excess paint. Even do a nice line across the bottom to straighten the line up. Like that. I like using my nail. Okay, second set. Onto the fingernails. Yes, that's a good idea too, Heidi High. Using a toothpick for superfine cleanup is awesome. Also have those little, what do you call it? They're disposable type of eyeliner picks. I've got them here as well, which are great. When I do these were never, this video was never set to be classes, but when I do classes, I'll have those sort of things available for people to see, just in case they want it. Okay. Oh, Edie's going? Oh, she's off for her last visit today. Okay, bye, Edie. Thank you so much for coming today. Give Matilda the biggest cuddles from me and Mateo. Tell her we love her. Now that one's far too thick. Nope. Hard spot to get into. Give it a little mix again, just in case, keeping it wet. You can also push your hand back if you're having problems getting to a certain point. And just do a little line across, just like that. I'll give this thumbnail a little moon as well. Oh, stomach is starting to grumble. You see that? And just onto the last hand. actually feel like I'm getting too much paint on there. Don't want that, otherwise we'll just end up with a magic mess. Feels like that one anyway. Going good there. Just that last big nail. Now this thick medium too is also great to mix into to make a lip colour, which I probably should have done earlier, but I will come back and maybe do a bit of a darkening of the lips later with the thick medium. It just gives it more of a solid look. Yeah, because I want one more layer on my lips, but like I said, I've got to do the sealing now, so I'll come back and do the lips later. Okay. So there's our last nail. So that's going good. Thank you, Danielle. Thank you for coming and seeing us. Okay, so again, like that was just my tester, just to show you how that sort of worked out. It's quite nice there. And you can see it's sort of very similar to the shade of my nail there. All right, so let's have a look at this, matting, the matte. I'm just going to clean off all my brushes before we get to that. Get all that out of the way. Clean up my palette. Get paint on myself. Oh. Waltzing Matilda. What else would I have my phone ring as? Sorry about music, but it's Waltzing Matilda. How can you deny it? It's too good. No, you're right. Okay. So I've just cleaned out all my palette. That can go there. Check if Leslie has said anything else to us. Oh, hang on. Maybe she just did. She literally just did. All right. She just said okay. I'll check YouTube and see if that has happened yet. Yes, it has. It has. So anyone who wants to watch that, there's part 2 of that there. So that goes for just under a minute, so you can go and watch that, or you can watch it after we've finished this. So when it comes to the matting, I've got this product called Ultra Matte Varnish, Deco Art Media. I have it for sale on my website if anyone is interested. I have it only in this size at the moment, the 4 ounce, but I will be selling it in smaller quantities for people that just want to try it and test it first. I know of quite a few Reborn artists who use this and swear by it and say that it's the best thing ever. But I personally have never used it. So this is going to be a first for me as well as you. So, that's okay. I will do bubbles in the mouth, Marie, but that's going to have to be an afterwards thing, after that, because that's sort of like when I do all your, your glossing of the lips and the nails and everything. Leslie hasn't had her baby yet. She's in labour, so she's very close, very, very close. Okay, so I'll just show you that it's just like a cream there. I mean, if I went like this, it would run out. Can't tell you what it smells like because it just smells like stuff. So I'm just going to get a wedge here at the moment. Like that. I like ripping off the edges. You know what I like to do. So I'm basically just going to be pouncing it all over the whole kit. So I need a brush. This one should be fine. Let me just see it's not too yellow. Just need this brush, and I'm going to literally paint over my cosmetic wedge. You're so excited? I know, everyone's so excited. It's really hard for me to sit here right now knowing that it's this close. It's like, but yeah, she'll tell you how she is going, and she's very close. So we're just going to go in. Actually, I'm not going to go in hard. I never go in hard, do it. So I'm going to do it on my little test limb here and show you. So just getting a little bit of cream on my brush. I'll probably put a little bit more. Try to paint the whole surface. And then just come in and pounce it on. Now let me see for a minute. I've got to try and see. Maybe I could paint it on. If I paint it on like that, let's see what kind of results I get. Oh yeah, I could do that. Actually, that's quite good. That is quite good. Now you won't be able to really see that there. You can just see, but that's a nice matte. It is a nice matte. So I'm going to do this. It's a matte, ultra matte varnish. A lot of people struggle when it comes to, I don't like this brush, I feel it's too hard. When they do with air dry paints, they really struggle with the fact of the shininess of the kit at the end. That's one thing I have been really happy with this. There isn't, I mean, you can see that there's a shine there, but it's not like a shine like, oh my God, that baby looks like a, you know, porcelain doll or something like that. It's not over the top shine. I mean, you can see this shine on me. It's just reflection of the light. But generally, you can see that that's pretty good. Actually, I'm quite happy with that. But we're going to do this regardless. I just want, that's a good one. I just wanted something a little bit softer. Is this going to be a bum? This one is even better. Okay, so my suggestion is definitely have more brushes, hey? It will give it extra texture. It will give it some texture. We'll see how that goes at the end, hopefully. Not a fan of shiny from what you're seeing, yeah. The satin varnish with Genesis Heat Set paints, I swear by it, looks awesome. But when it comes to the air dry, the satin varnish isn't as good. Not a Hannah Shine, no. Okay, so I'm literally going to put this back here again so you can see what I'm doing. Literally going to paint it on, you can see, just painting it on there. I don't want to have it pooling either, so straight into a hard pounce. And we'll see how far this stuff goes too. Because a lot of this will go further than you paint, you know, like it'll go a long way. We don't want it to dry matty and white and powdery. So that's why it's best to really pounce it out and push it out, like use it further. And don't let it pool. Now also, I would also be advising to give a little bit longer for like those nails to settle in and everything. Generally, I would, but because I'm just doing this for video purposes, I'm going straight hard at it. But I've got to say, look, those nails haven't faltered. They haven't wiped away. There's nothing happening with them there. They're going really, really well. Okay, this is really good. So far, so good. Looks like I don't want to be shy with it, but I don't want to go nuts either, if you know what I mean. So like I said, take that and pull it out into different areas. This is where you need your muscles. Your arms in this area here will get really, really sore because you've got to be dedicated. You've got to really push hard. You've got to pull the mixture further and you can't sort of really stop and rest. No stopping and having a ciggy. Okay, let's paint onto the back. And if there's too much there and you've already done it, bring it up to the back of the leg. Now this is something that I will be suggesting to leave longer, to leave sit for longer. Definitely overnight would be my suggestion. I know a lot of people just like to get into it and they like to paint quickly and put the baby together, but I really never suggest that. You really got to give it time to cure. My arm is killing me. It's just like a labour of love. That amount of paint there was able to be really stretched out towards the back. Okay. So far I'm really liking it. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do is I'm not going to paint the second leg. I'm going to leave that and see the differences. Now you can already see, can't you? Isn't that great? I love it when you can see things. You can see that this one over here has got a little bit more shine than this one. So you can already see that that has taken down that shine. So I'm going to leave it and just see how it settles and how much different it actually is. So those two are going to do there, like that. Now I'll do one arm. Marie said, then is the matte even better than the satin? In the heat set paints, I'm more of a satin fan. I like the satin finish better than the matte finish. Once again, each to their own, but that's what I've found over the years, that I really appreciated it and like the look of that more when it comes to heat set. But air dry, I think you definitely got to go a matte and bring down any shine. Bree has just said, sorry, just joined. What is the varnish you're using? I'm using the Ultra Matte Varnish by Deco Art Media. Really, really great. It's working really well. So far, so good. Heidi says, per definition, satin has a slight shine. Yeah, it is definitely supposed to have a slight shine, but I don't know, when it comes to Reborns, I can't even really explain it fully, but I really like the finish better. I don't feel like it's shiny when it comes to the heat set, the Genesis. I find it gives a really nice finish. Maybe just the soft glow, like of a dewy skin or something like that. But it's not like, ugh, you know, all over the place, shining in your face, gonna hurt your eyes type of thing, you know. Patricia, you just had one. I'm assuming that's a ciggy break. What do we got here? I'm going to just call you Marcia. I really like your videos. Congratulations on sharing your wisdom from Marcia in Brazil. Oh, thank you. That is really, really sweet. Thank you for watching and being a part of us. So this stuff does seem to pretty much go a good distance, which is great. is great because that means it'll last you a good time if you get the big size. Like I said, I'll have the little sizes available, you know, in the near future, but at this stage, it's only the big sizes. It's going really well though. I'm actually really happy with it. Just make sure, like I said, you really blend it out. No pooling, no excess of it. Try to make sure it's really blended and pushed out. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to leave the second limb. I'm going to leave the arm, second arm. Brandy said, need to see how it feels when it dries. That's true too. Bree, this is the first time I'm actually testing this product. I've heard of a lot of artists using it with the air dry paints, and they say that it's absolutely fantastic and they swear by it. So I do sell it at Aussie Reborn Supplies now, but I like to test everything before, so I actually know really what I'm talking about. So once I finish this, I'll be able to tell you if it leaves a texture or not. That's why I'm leaving a second limb undone, so I'll be able to really tell you that. But probably try to tell people on my page on Facebook, but if not, you'll hear it next Tuesday when we get together and keep working on this guy. So we'll see what kind of texture it leaves. I want to touch it. I want to touch the ones that I've done. It's like, no, just don't touch it. Just wait. Just wait. All good things come to those who wait. Or so they say. But yeah, it's going on really nicely. I'm liking the feel of it and what it seems to be giving me. My arm's killing me. That's all right. Like I said, you've got to have that commitment to really get in there and do the hard work. It does look good, hey? Some in the ear. Whoops. Okay, how are we going? You use satin Genesis Heat Sat paint too? Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? I really like it. A lot of people tend to use that for their final seal on their Genesis Heat Sat paint. Now you can see how much I've put on there. I've been generous. And also don't forget, I've pulled the end off my wedge, so it has got a bit of a textured feel there, a little bit of bump. So hopefully that leaves that sort of look and feel. Okay. We're nearly up to a 2-hour session today. When we do the painting classes, they will be 2-hour sessions as well, each week. This cheek. I can't wait to, like I said to you guys, you know, I'm working with these paints. I'm learning how to perfect, you know, the way they look when painting. But I can't wait to watch some of you guys working with them, perfecting them better than me and giving me some tips. I love that, you know, when people come in and do that. And it's like being a proud mum, you know, you watch them come into the world of, you know, using a certain thing, like using these paints. and then watching them grow and learn and teach you as well. It's a favourite part. Brush hair there. Can you add thinning medium to this varnish? I would say no. At this stage, looking at how it's turning out, I would say no. Once again, that would be something I'd be saying, give it a test at home if that's what you like doing, or you want to thin it out. Give it a test on your testing lamp, see how it actually comes out. And so it's not a no. It's not a no. It's just a to be continued. Need to know. Need to test that before I could actually say it. Now I'm going to put some on the lip, in the tongue inside there. A little bit harder because it's harder for me to get in there and really pounce it out. But I'll do it. Just get in there. Get in that little gum there. So cute. Okay, now with my other brush I was using before, where are you? This one. I'm just going to just go around those edges where there's deep creases and just make sure that there's no excess sitting there. Okay, so I think I'm pretty good there. I think, put this lid on here. We can let this guy sit. What we got here? Magical realism is created by me, Brie. I've been working really hard to create something a little bit different. There's a big story behind that, and how the paints are going, and I wasn't able to get some of the paints I needed to, and I had customers. Well, the story goes, I wasn't able to get, what's that new paint at the moment? I'm sorry, Lisa, I've forgotten the name of it. I really love Lisa. She's wonderful. You probably know it, Bree. So if you know what, say it. Anyway, I wasn't able to get it because it was an exclusive product, only available to certain sellers at that particular time. And I've literally got customers screaming at me every day for air dry paints. As you may or may not know, I sell Luminaire air dry paints, and they're great. But I found it very hard to keep them in stock. They would sell out fairly quickly, and then when I reorder them, Luminaire themselves take quite a time to get it to me. So I was always going in circles telling customers, I don't have it, I'm sorry. And so, you know, I thought, well, I'm sick and tired of this. I'm sick and tired of it. So I did get a Miracle Blend. Most of you guys know that I ordered Miracle Blend, but unfortunately the owner of Miracle Blend, Wendy Hill, I'll put that name out there loud and clear, Wendy Hill, ripped me off and some other great suppliers like Dolls So Real. She's ripped us off thousands and thousands of dollars. So once again, I was back where I started. I wasn't able to provide my customers with what they really wanted. So I thought, well, I can't keep waiting. No, it's not the Reborn FX. Ultimate Fusion. Yep, thank you, Brie. And it's Ultimate Fusion is beautiful. I can't fault it. It's wonderful, but I couldn't wait any longer to get it in stock. I've got like money being waiting to be given to me daily, literally daily. People saying, "What have you got in air dry?" I'd send them on to Luminaire. Luminaire's a product. It's a bit temperamental to work with. You really got to know what you're doing. You really got to put it at the right coating. When you've got it right, it's beautiful. But like I said, it was just a supply and demand thing. I haven't been able to. I'll still be supplying it, but it's really hard to get in. It takes too long. So that's why I decided to create Magical Realism. And so far so good. I've been doing all the testing with it. People have been loving it. I've been getting great feedback on it. So like I said, I'll always keep testing it and keep trying to better it myself. But so far it's great. I mean, and then we've got this one. This isn't Magical Realism, by the way. This is Deco Art Media. Ultra Matte Varnish. And as you can see, that baby is looking quite good. And Luminaire, yes, is the other product, air dry paint, that I supply. The one thing about Luminaire that upsets me though, it's sad. I'll have to show you. If I can find it. This is a Luminaire colour. This is peach complexion, which by the way, I will have peach complexion and strawberry complexion and fantasy colours and all of those available. They're just all in the making. The only thing I don't like about Luminaire is these little jars. And they're really upsetting. They're really sad. So you've got to pop it open. Like that. It's a beautiful paint. It's a beautiful colour and everything. But you either lose more when you're shutting it, or you don't shut it quick enough so it dries up. With these, I think it's great. You know, you've got that little lid which is child-proof. It's really great. It's got the dropper on it, so it's fantastic because you can limit the amount you're using, which will be great because when I have the instructions available, I'll be telling you to use, 4 drops of that and 2 drops of that. And it's pretty, straightforward like that. You'll be able to get it easier, because if this one, I can't tell you to do drops. I'd have to tell you to do a swipe of your brush, and then someone might be using this brush and then the next person's using that one. And that's when they'll make the mistake and the paint will get too thick and it'll be all gross, So that was the sad thing about Luminaire. If anyone's watching from Luminaire, I love you and I love your product, but I really think you need to get better jars. Also with the Magical Realism, they're available in 4 different sizes. So we've got 3mm, which is like what I call my trial set. Let me see, is this 3mm? I've got all these sizes here. I think that's a 3mm. Sorry guys, I don't think I've got a 5mm here. Oh yeah, I do. So that's your 3mm size, and by crikey, it goes quite a long way. It really does. This is your 5. No, it's not. No, it's not. I'm lying again. Okay, so I'm sorry for lying. I think these are all 3mm. Okay. The 3mm and 5mm, let me just say, there's not much difference, okay? It would just be a little bit higher. Then we've got the 10mm, which obviously lasts a long while too. And then you've got the 30mm. So if you're really dedicated to a certain colour and you really, really love it and you love using it all the time, that's when you can get the bigger colours, and they'll last forever. I mean, that's a sad thing. I won't be making any money because people won't need to buy new sets because they last. They just last. I mean, I've just been using this small size and done so much with it already, and I feel like it's still really full. So it's great. I'll be able to say, like, yeah, you can get a trial size, which will be a trial set or something, which will be really well priced, but it'll probably do you like, I don't know, 5 or 8 babies. It's going to be ridiculous. Of course, we'll go through more things like your thinning medium. That'll be something you'll go through more of, so you'll want to get like a bigger size for that type of thing. Where did I put that? I do not know. There, put it there. So that's about it for today. It is awesome, Brie. I'm really, really proud of it. Really proud. So I'll just show you how we're going. This one here is my one that has been set with the matte ultra matte. And you can see just by the knee there, you can see that there's a shine on this one's knee, and this one is nice and matte. So it's still got that, it's still got a very tiny shine to it. But that's, I mean, I've got, like I said, I've got shine to my skin, so there's nothing wrong with that. And you can see it's also brought down the colour a little bit to make it a little bit more of a softer tone. I better actually feel that too. There's a slight texture there, but nothing major. There's nothing major there at the moment. I'll feel it again later. I might even go ahead, and I don't really like to do much without you guys on screen, but I might even go ahead and do a second matte varnish, just so I can see if it makes it more matty or more textury or something like that. But next week I want to be like, this is done, and we want to move on to getting some eyebrows on him because he needs eyebrows, and some hair. Okay, so So come back for that. I think that's about it for today. We've gone over time, which is great. Sunshine said, thank you, Annette, for giving us a small lesson. Hugs and love. Mwah, always. Gladys said, thank you so much. God bless you. You're very, very welcome. You're very welcome. Angela said, thank you for your time and knowledge. Love it. Love. Have a great week. I love you too. And I will have a great week. Don't forget to go on. I should get this up for you all to see. So don't forget, Leslie has provided her second video. Now, I know this is back to front, but it's Wiggles and Giggles Reborn's Nursery. Okay, you can see that there. You can see the picture of Leslie. This is her last video that she's just done, which is Labour Story Part 2. I'm excited. So stay tuned. This baby is going to be born soon. So go and have a look at her. Go and subscribe to her channel. And, help support her. Don't forget, a lot of people might think it's a little bit weird, but Leslie has her own limitations in her world, and this baby is coming into the world with its own limitations. And she's going to be making this reborn baby an ambassador for people that have limitations, saying that you might have limits, you might have limitations, but you don't have limits. There's no limits. So she's really going to be pushing this baby as an ambassador for people that aren't full ability. And have limitations. So please go and support her. Please go and subscribe to her. She's really trying to put it out there for people in this world that are struggling. Terry said, bye, Annette. We'll talk later about my order. Yes, we will. Patricia said, actually, it's right way. It's right way. Oh, is it? Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. Sunshine said, Leslie, hang in there, girl. Keep breathing, girl. Good luck during your labour. So thank you for all of you people, 29 people. Give me a quick thumb before I go. Thank you for staying by and supporting our testing with this product and the creation of this little guy. I really appreciated everyone. And I've also appreciated your ideas as well. You know how much I love your ideas, not just to me, but to others. Sunshine said, thank you, Annette, for being so supportive to people with disabilities like me. Might be best, no worries. Done. Thank you, Patricia. Tricia said, yeah, eyebrows next week. Yep, bye everyone, bye Annette, and have a good week. Bye. I will see you all on Friday, don't forget. And more news updates, obviously on Patreon especially, about Leslie's baby. I'll also do it on Facebook as well. Terry said, 2 people left in the baby pool, Angela and Doll Parts. Good luck. Good luck, guys. It's all relying on Leslie now and when this baby's coming to life. Family Fun Zone said, have a great night. You too, family. Thank you, Sunshine. Hit the button, not that one. And he said, sure, I'll come back, and it's over nearly. Darn eBay messages. Why did you have to... Annie, I just don't get it. Why you have to go and answer eBay messages when I'm on. I'm only on for a short time. Wouldn't you do that after? I don't get that about you. It confuses me. Bye, Marie. Thank you. See you, Bree. Thanks for joining in today. Bye, Gladys. Have a great week, everyone. Stay cool. Happy reborning. Any questions, you can always ask me on my Facebook page. I'm there for you. Okay, stay cool, guys. Love you all. Bye.